It is. All right. Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to the Zwift Classics. This is not Zwift Classics, this is the Zwift Insider series. We've got a series of races coming up. I'm not sure how many there are. Is it 6 or 8? I'm not sure how many Eric's put up. This is run by Zwift Insider, which is a kind of for people who do Zwift, it's like our sort of magazine website. It's all the sort of features that you'd like to have on Zwift, things that are going on, new developments, experiences that people are having, opinion articles, that kind of stuff. So, very popular website. They have, the guy, the editor, Eric, has put together this series of races, and it looks really popular. Normally, if you've been following the races I've been doing, well, I've done a couple this year in Crit City, and the ones last year on the Zwift Classics, it was down in numbers. I haven't looked to see how many there are in this race, but it's like, was it 113 or so, about an hour and a half ago, and there'll be more who've signed up since then. As you can see, right now, with a minute 40 to go, we've got 86 riders here in the pens. Everyone be careful, maybe a lot of sand on the course, some of the bags. Hopefully not. So this is using one of Zwift's new things called category enforcement. So, again, for those of you who've been following me, you'll know I sort of bounce between category C and category D. If my training is going well, I'm up in the C category. I am in the C category at the moment. In fact, the last race, if you watch back on YouTube, which was in April, I think it was Good Friday, we did a race on Crit City, and actually in a C category with 20, 30 riders, I think it was, came second. Amazing, and I wonder if I hadn't used that power up the lap before the final lap, but maybe I'd have had a good power up for the final sprint. Maybe. Anyway, that's quite exciting. That's the best I've ever done in a Category C race. Today, far more people. Basically, anyone who's good at Category C is probably going to be here. I might attempt to stay with the Category C, like the leading group, for a while. I'm going to see whether that happens or not. May not happen. Let's see. 18, 17, 16. Need to get ramped up. Let's get going. And as mentioned before, this is all part of the training for the California Coast Classic. You see that number's moving, 2,200 now. We've got 1,800 to go. And we're off. Okay. So, forgive me as we start. I'm going to make a mild attempt to stay with the leading group. The course today, by the way, is called Downtown Titans. Starting, as you can see, in downtown Watopia here. We're going to be going out into the desert very briefly, and then into the Sand and Sequoias reverse loop, so Titans Grove, which is where the dinosaurs are. Doing the dinosaurs, reverse that hill, down into the dinosaurs patch, coming back around right by here, up the hill, in fact the very hill you can see in front of you, and then back around again to the finish. What is it, 15, 16 miles? So, I'm not sure how long it'll take, 45 or 50 minutes. Just have to see. Oh. Right. As I said, there should be quite a high standard of C category races. So, I'm going to attempt to stay with this group just because of the success I've had recently. But if it gets too much, I'm dropping back. So we'll see. See what happens. Oh. And one more thing for today. Just do this quickly. See the mini-map in the top right? Right next to that, I've got a QR code. So if you want to donate to the California Coast Classic, you just go to that QR code right now and do it. And that takes you right to my donation page. Awesome. So, Twitter links there as well. I haven't been updating that as much as I should. Now I've only got 3-4 months until the event itself. Getting into it. Training's going okay. This week, not so much. Bad week for training this week. This is only, I think, my 3rd or 4th ride. Not good. Last week was great. Did 151, 152 miles. Really good week. This week, not so much. Okay, so far, how am I feeling? So far, this is not a bad bunch. Well, we got 98 people in the race. This is the leading group. No one from category A or B is here. They're not allowed. So that's good. Category enforcement. So I'm allowed, if I wanted to go up to category A and B, but no one can come down. So like I can't go down to category D. Oh. So far this feels like a rather brisk Coco Cadence ride. Maybe just because of the route we're on. Coco often comes this way. All right. Now instead of going straight into the desert here, we're going to swing right into Titans Grove Reverse, which has a sharp hill. In fact, it has 3. There's an initial one. Then it has the categorized hill, which is slightly too long for me to really pound it. My record is 150. Today I'll be looking at about 220, 230 for the hill, depending on this group. I suspect, however, this group will splinter going up that hill, possibly even this little, we've got this up and down section just coming here, which just begins now. We'll see how people last with this. I suspect it's going to lose some people, potentially including me. Never know. Let's change down a gear and see how it goes. Oh. How to tell how I'm doing. I've talked about this before. Heart rate. So on the top left, you've got my output in watts. You've got my RPM, revs per minute, cadence, whilst my pedals are going round, and the heart rate. Now I can raise either of the other two most of the time. If I need to, I'll go anaerobic for a bit and just do it. However, the heart rate does not lie. Now 167 may sound like quite a lot for someone like me who's 47 years old. It is, my heart rate's a little bit quicker than a lot of people's. My max heart rate is about 201. I have hit 200 this year. Anything above 180 is trouble. Anything above 180 is not really sustainable. 180 just about. Right now we're at 168. That's okay, just because I didn't do a huge warm-up today. But this bit is going to be up and down here, trying to take as many little mini breaks as possible on the downs, and still staying with it on the ups before we come to the main ascent of the Titans Grove, King of the Mountains KOM reverse. That's tough. Like I said, I've done it in 150, but that was in a test environment. In fact, it was on YouTube. If you go back and look at the Zwift Academy thing I did, it was on that one. Zwift Academy baseline, right? And at the end of it, I'm totally shattered. Can't afford that because we've still got, even right now, we've got 12.9 miles to go. Not much of which is flat. A very lumpy course. It's like to yo-yo off the back here. It's not good. All right, up we go. I'm surprised how well this blob is staying together. It's good. I think my heart rate 178. We're good. Just got to see if I can hold it there or if it's going to go above. Like I said, 2 big hills. Titans Grove in a minute, then the original KOM, and then we come down, do the sprint through the S's, back to the start. Oh, and this is the first of a series of races. We'll try and do these. Oh, stay with it. Oh, this is rough. Up the tree. A few people going away. Off the front there. See if I can stay with the grip to at least the bottom of the KOM. There we go. Oh. In a moment, on the right hand side, you'll see a tree with a bear climbing up it. It's always good for a laugh. Oh. Now it's starting to get a bit dropped here. Here we go. There he is. He's right at the tree trying to get that honey. Oh. His name's Jarvis. Uh-oh. Elastic may have snapped here. Ah. There they go. Off into the sunset. 12 long miles to go. Oh dear. Hopefully by the time I finish my training for the CCC, I'll be able to keep up with them. We'll see. All right, a little bit of flat here before the start of the actual hill. As I said, I can go up this hill quickly, but I end up really shattered at the top. So, here we go. No rush. Unfortunately, I appear to be quicker than those people around me. Means I'm going to be stuck in no man's land by the top. Oh well. There's the main group off in the distance. I don't think I'm catching them. But some people there will drop off. So maybe we can form a group on the descent. Oh, hello, Jones. The Dirt Rider. DIRT, Dad's Inside Riding Trainers. Oh. They're having me pace them up the hill. Okay, on we go. As I said, this hill is slightly too long. Hills that are about a minute my length. It's 2 minutes. Like having a 400 meter run the 800. Didn't quite work. Up we go. Close to the top. That lead group are at the top. Just about to go through. At the top we're going to get a power up. See which one it gives us. All right, let's chase this guy. Looking at the blobs in the top right, that group did splinter on the hill. Oh. Here's the top. All right, top of the hill, change up a gear. Can't really ease off. Got the van. I'll use that to follow this guy. Drafting boost. Oh. We'll catch up. Breathe. A little drink. Right, that was the first of 2 hills. Oh. Taking it very easy here. Oh dear. Those guys. Come on. These guys were not great going up the hill. So, we might catch them here. Downhill's my best bet to do it. Oh, maybe not. We'll see. I won't catch them on the flat, but I might catch them on the next hill. There's the dinosaurs. Gotta get the heart rate in order. Actually, 170 is okay. Okay, on we go. I'm really feeling it today. I think before next week's race, I need to do some serious training. Sometimes happens. I mean, really, I went off too hard. I'm gonna stay with that group. Look at all that red down at the bottom. That means I'm going above my functional threshold. And that's when you're working anaerobically and disproportionately using the amount of energy you've got in your body. There's another group coming up behind. Within about a second. They might sweep past me. Let's see. Go and stay with them. There we go. Just about hooked onto the back. Then we've got hills. Got some rollers. And then we're going downtown through the tunnels back into Watopia, town centre. So let's see. I'm going to stay with this group for a while. Up the hill. This is rollers again. Ups and downs. There's about 4 or 5 ups. As we enter the fog. Now, when you're riding in a group, you get a drafting boost. But when you're going uphill, as soon as it drops below about 18 miles an hour, you don't. So right now, what are we at, 15 miles an hour? Everyone is on their own. There's no real drafting here. So, the only advantage to being in a group here is that you kind of got people pacing you. You judge yourself against someone else's pace. Here we go. Up the hill. Now, get over this set of rollers and I'll talk about the California Coast Classic. You don't have to wait. Go to the QR code. Right up there. Oh, up there. There. Or the Twitter link, or in the YouTube video, there's a link in the description. Go there and donate. I see that 2,200 rising. Just bumps and rollers here. We're not far behind that second group, actually. You're just up ahead there. Right. Up we go. We've got one or two more little lumps. One more, I think. Okay. Change up the gear. Now we're going to turn right down the hill. People may pick up speed a bit here, but if you're in the group, you can do some drafting. That helps you stick to the group, even if you're taking it easy. There we go. Focusing to stay with this group. Heart rate down 174. It's good. And with a group. So, the other guy just said, it's like the California Redwoods. California Coast Classic does not go that far north. It starts in San Francisco, so for the geographically minded or the geographically impaired, it's about halfway up California on the left-hand side. And we go south along the coast for 525 miles, 8 days, end up in Los Angeles. Just outside Los Angeles, Santa Monica. The Redwoods are to the north of San Francisco. So we're not going up there. This is for the Arthritis Foundation. You can see their logo up above. And Hannah, our elder daughter, who's 11 years old, has arthritis. Juvenile arthritis, which you think arthritis is for little old ladies. Hannah calls herself a little old lady from the age of 8. It's had it 3 years. Affects her fingers mostly at the moment. And she is one of 300,000 kids in the US alone suffering from juvenile arthritis. So every year, the Arthritis Foundation, who are a charity that do support work for people with arthritis plus looking for a cure, they do fundraising events through the year. The biggest, raising over $1 million a year, is the Bike Classic. California Coast Classic, where between 250 and 300 riders, all being sponsored, thousands of dollars each, go down the coast over 8 days, supported ride, not a race technically, until some people do. They do like to get their speed on. But we do that to raise money for the Arthritis Foundation. Really good charity. They've been helpful to us. And it's something we can do to raise money for research. Everything they do is funded by donations. So please sponsor today. It's such a good cause. I mean, with COVID and everything else, cost of living, inflation, doesn't seem like there's a lot of money to spare. That doesn't mean that arthritis goes away. It doesn't. And that's the same with cancer research and, you know, all the other ones. Heart disease research, but arthritis is the one that matters, particularly close in our family, because we had that unusual position of a child with arthritis. These races are nothing to do with that directly, but it's training. I have to do training rides 4 or 5 times a week, building up to September. Oh, September 10th to the 17th, by the way. So if you go to the Twitter feed there, or my Strava, get to the Strava from the Twitter, see everything I'm doing, all the training, everything. Even if I just go for a bike ride around the neighborhood with Hannah and Amelia, all goes up there. Right, what's happening in this race now? 6 miles to go, 9 miles in. This bit's flat, so nothing's happening. That group's still ahead of us. Someone's trying to bridge the gap, which is a bit... We don't need to do that. I'm not sure where the lead group are. On the mini-map, you can normally see them up ahead. They're so far ahead I can't see them. I don't yet see them at the top of the second climb, which is just on the mini-map. So they're somewhere in between. Next climb is the original KOM. First route they ever put on Zwift, on Watopia anyway. I've done it a few times. It's about the same length as that last one, slightly too long for me. Pretty sharp as well. There's a little break in the middle, and then picks up again, and then a little break at the end. I don't know what this group's going to do. Probably splinter. This bit here is just an uphill, by the way. This is not a real hill, we're just coming out of the tunnel. 3%, but not for very long. I did a reconnaissance of this ride a couple of days ago during my lunch break at work, but I kept getting interrupted. So didn't really get to tell how long it took. Where are we at? 24, 25 minutes so far. That's all right, actually. With the one big hill to go. Okay. Oh. Try and get the heart rate down. Is it working? You see a 169. I think this group has eased off. And pretty much everyone knows what's coming. We'll swing left, under a bridge, round a corner, and then it really begins. There'll be a flash on the road, a little red flash saying where the real steep bits begin. The main group I can see now is about halfway up. They're about to go around a hairpin turn. See on the left-hand side of the mini-map there. Oh, I'm leaving this group. Keep up, lad, keep up. Little drink. We'll go into this. Oh. There we go. So 2 bursts here. One to get up to that hairpin in a minute. And then a second one, basically about 200-300 meters from the top. the running to the top is only like 1-2%. All right, here's the flash. Here's the hill. Let's see what happens to this group. I don't know an appropriate gear here. Steep bit. I'm just going to pace myself against these other riders. And push with it. Stay with these guys. Halfway, ease off. Second half. Here we go. Up to the corner here, then it eases. Come on. Up the gears. Wow. That's not good. Heart rate's too high. Let's stay with them. Stay while I recover. That's good. Oh, wow. Heart rate coming down slowly. Wow. Keep it easy. Nice and easy. I'm just not talking. I'm really tired. Proper drop coming up now. Pace is going to pick up now. 27. See what we are at the bottom of the hill. If I stay with them. Here we go. Down the roller coaster. Remember, we were at 27. At 40. People with helmets going off. Go and catch them. All right, over the 360 bridge. 3 miles to go. Good little group this. Heart rate now 170. Maybe put up a gear by mistake. Little uphill bump. Coming, little downhill bump into the Italian village. And the sprint, which there's no points for the sprint today, so people might contest it, but I'm not going to. Right, here we go. It's uphill. Two small sections. Really nothing much to speak of. As long as we remain above 18 miles an hour, we're at 18. Then, I think it's 18 or above, still get the draft. So the draft just dropped then, and now we're back on it. Someone using a feather. I wouldn't use the feather here if I had one. I would save it. There's a 6% rise. I'm right after the next bridge. So, Italian village, sprint bridge, then there's a little 6% rise. Again, it's not bad, but the biggest hill left, I would have, well, I decided to save my feather for that, but you're going to get another power up at the sprint. So maybe it was the right thing to do. All right, back to the group. There we go. Must not lose them. I wonder if anyone is going to contest the sprint. There's no points or anything for it. It's not a points race. So, it's a straight, what position do you finish? And it is accumulated over the weeks, by the way. Feels like a GC. Good. Oh, I don't know if it's points, GC, or timed. Right, anyone gonna jump on the sprint? No. Nobody's doing a thing. And one person there. Gonna get away. No interest in this. We're all saving our energy for the final sprint at the end that we all know is coming. Final sprint is downhill and then flat into the downtown Watopia. Seaside area. Right, here's the bridge. Then we got that 6% rise. Power up. Take any of them, I don't mind. Feather, okay. So here's where I'm going to use that feather I was just talking about. Mile and a half to go. Here we go. Boom. Make most of it. This hill goes on longer than you think. And there we go. Last mile. Just these rollers to go. Downhills to finish. A couple more hills. Little mini bumps. Pace is rising. Come on. Up a gear. Grand finale coming up. Who's got anything left in the tank? I'm not sure I've got much after those hills. He's going to sprint it. Sprint begins right about here. Come on. No. Good deal, though. 29th. Oh, wow. That was hard. That was hard. Would have had 2.5. So, absolute minimum for category C. 28th out of like 90 or something. That's good. All right. Get my breath back. Cover up my see-through belly. And there we go. Well, thank you everyone for joining me for race number 1. It's hard. Do a little warm down in a minute. Please donate for the California Coast Classic. Use the QR code, the link in the description. Go to Twitter, right there. There it is. Twitter.com/DuncanCray CCC. CCC is the California Coast Classic in September. I'm going to be back here same time, same place next week. Race number 2 in this series. Thank you, everyone. Ride on. Catch you later. Bye for now.